Bro, men are so stupid. And I'm talking about myself. Knew today it was gonna snow. Thought maybe we could drive. Woke up in the morning and was like, I'm not driving in this. You gotta be crazy. Instead, I'm gonna drag my daughter in her sled all the way to daycare. It's a few kilometers, whatever. No big deal. It'll be a nice opportunity for like another workout after the Peloton this morning. Pissed off because we were like later than I wanted to leave. So I knew I was going to be late getting to daycare. So I knew I was going to be late getting home and starting the stream. Walked her to daycare, huffing and puffing the whole way. Dropped her off at daycare. Walked back. Was like, oh, it's freaking 9:30. I'm so annoyed with myself for being late. Just annoyed with the day. Threw the sled outside to make sure that it melted so I could pick her up from daycare at like 4:30 or whatever. Closed the door before moving my hand out of the way, crushed my thumb between the hinge and the door, was immediately like, fuck. That was about 18 minutes ago. I don't think it's broken. You're gonna laugh because of the extended food poisoning bit, which is not a bit, it was my life. But I really don't exaggerate industries. If anything, I actually kind of understate what's going on. I can show you the thumb, okay? It's all taped up. This is after having compressed it for a little bit and put a little band-aid underneath the gauze. And I can still bend it, which is, I think, a great sign. But definitely, like, it was bleeding like a son of a gun. And the bottom of the nail turned like completely white. So I think that's gonna be an interesting kind of narrative arc to follow over the next day, which is gonna be interesting. I think you can tell also. Maybe you can't, but I have adrenaline in my voice. Like I'm a little shaky, but not as shaky as I was like 15 minutes ago. Let me put it that way. But check it out. I got a muffin. Like it's not 100%. Like if this was Vats, you would look at my thumb and you would be like, this is not at 100% condition. But I really at first I was like, it's broken. The more I sit here and sort of like appraise it, it's not broken. It's a little fucked up, but it's not broken. I can move it. I can bend it. There's not extreme pain. I don't think I'm in shock right now. I don't think I'm in shock. I don't think that there was to that extent, but I definitely think that this hand is gonna be fucked up, dude. I think it's gonna be. This hand is gonna be fucked up for like just a little bit, but that's okay. Why were you in a car? I thought you took the sled. It's the door to my house. I got 3,000 cc's of adrenaline pumping through my brain. I can keep the story straight. You're just sitting down at your PC. What's your excuse? I'm telling you sincerely, I don't need to go to the hospital. I know that's like, just think of the cognitive dissonance that we've created in this community where people are like, NL over exaggerated the food poisoning arc where he went to the hospital 3 times, but also he hurt his thumb. He needs to go to the hospital. It's just male bravado keeping him at home. You can't hold these opposing facts in your head at the same time and assume that they're both true. If it gets fucked up, if the pain becomes unbearable, if the wound starts to smell like almonds, I will go to the hospital and I'll sit there for 12 hours or whatever. All right, I'm back. I took 1 extra strength Tylenol. Hurts a little bit. It does hurt a little bit, but I think just give it some time. Should take some Motrin instead. Maybe I'll just head out to the pharmacy real quick. Just pop down to the local apothecary. Is it throbbing? Oh, it is. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Shit sounds like Miles Teller in Whiplash. And I have to acknowledge, obviously it's my own fault, but it's so I was 31 minutes late. I told people I was going to be 30 minutes late. Well, you just go slow. Don't start taking shortcuts that lead to injuries like this. So unnecessary. Were there mitigating circumstances? Yeah. I would have loved to have left the house 20 minutes earlier, but that's reality, man. It is what it is. It's a good learning lesson, at least. What kind of muffin is it? It's a tasty muffin. That's all you need to know. What color is your thumbnail? I don't know. And I'm going to keep it that way. I don't know. Right now, I'm choosing not to think about a couple of things. Even just by saying them, I'm creating a barrier, and I'm choosing not to ponder the future. I'm choosing not to ponder what it's going to feel like when I take the gauze off. I'm choosing not to ponder what it's going to feel like tomorrow. And I'm choosing not to ponder, although this one's going to come to a head a little bit faster, I'm choosing not to ponder how I'm going to drag my child 3 kilometers home in the sled from daycare as well. That's the one that's really sitting close to the front of mind right now. But I think I'm just going to use the other fucking hand, man. Just get her an Uber. What, an Uber with cross-country skis instead of tires? I don't think you understand the inputs into the system right now. I don't think you understand the inputs into the system right now. Hold on, this one's going to feel good. You know what? Before we do the audit, or before we do the ban, let's just do the audit. You've already been banned once and then saved? What, that you were banned 13 days ago by a mod and then I unbanned you? Which means you must have had an unban request that was like, hey, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. Wait, don't tell me that you're the guy who was like, oh, my brother was on my phone. Can't wait until SAP is over. No hate, just not my kind of game, y'all. That's 2 days ago. Then today, holy shit, is he still whining? 11 days ago. Who else is pumped for Hades 2 and Earthblade? Are you serious? This is the most... You're vacillating between bad chest and pure hatred. Game is bad. Spire better. Spire better. Sounds like House from New Vegas. Okay, Jerry Seinfeld, who asked? The man, the myth, the legend. I can't wait until these battle royales go out of style. The day before, hey everybody, what's up, y'all? What are you doing? You gotta get a handle on your own emotional homeostasis, man. It's like, I don't know who you are day to day. Maybe the hater is him and it's his brother who's typing the nice stuff. This is crazy, man. Hold on, I hit full refresh on the page instead of just refreshing the audit. They've left chat. I didn't even ban them, they just left. He typed bah ha ha and closed the tab. He literally typed bah ha ha like he's from Cave Story or something like that and then left. Bah! Oh shit, close the tab, get the fuck out of here. Holy cow. Alright, is there a way to monitor user? I want to put them on the manage suspicious user. I'm just going to put you on the monitor link. You will be monitored as a suspicious user. Okay, that's just like, listen, most people don't believe in second chances these days. I'm actually tossing you a third chance, but you're on like probation, okay? If you don't care, then that's fine. Just leave. But for right now, you're on probation. I don't have a brother. Okay, well then what was your unban request? Is there a way for me to go back and see that? What did you get timed out for anyway? Let's see. Let's go back to December 7th here. It must have been bad. It's been scrubbed from the permanent record. It's good. Honestly, it's a good distraction from the thumb. It is a great distraction from the thumb. I never made an unban request. I was never aware of being banned. I think we have our wires crossed here, sir. This ends SAP. I'm out for today's stream. Enjoy, folks. 1 hour later. Is this on Switch Online? Oh, go on. Sorry. Listen, I'm not trying to own you. I'm just literally, I'm reading the messages, okay? Like, I'm reading the messages in, like, canonical order, and it's telling the narrative. It's building a narrative by itself. I can't wait until Isaac gets changed out for something else. Well, then it happened, and now you're mad about SAP, man. It's crazy. What's the appeal of Isaac over something like Gungeon? Is Isaac harder or easier than Gungeon? Imagine ever eating fast food. Can't wait for more Elden Ring. This chat is full of Cheeto-eating neckbeards. Haha. This game is painful to watch. All politicians are criminals. Oh, man. This is... and I mean this with sincerity. This is just what I needed right now. I understand that it might seem mean-spirited. I think everybody's having a good time. I'm not going to ban you. I'm still going to leave you as a suspicious user, but it's okay. We can make it back, okay? We can make it back. I'm sort of just waiting for like the adrenaline to leave my body, but it hasn't happened yet. But if I wasn't live right now, I'd just be walking around like in a circle in my house. So that's okay. Like when you stub your toe? I stubbed my toe like 2 days ago when the baby was napping, but I wasn't able to experience the pain because the place where I stubbed it was right outside of her room. Oh, Tomo, you're gonna throw up in the corner of my office. Okay, let me take a bite of this muffin. I'll clean that up, and then we'll get started with React Court. Can you guys hear that? It was not just foam. You guys ever see Falling Down, starring Michael Douglas? You might think this is a scary bit, because it is about a man who... Oh, I dropped my muffin on the ground. Oh, man. That's so good. I'm sorry. I'm going to eat it anyway. But you might think this is a cursed bit, because it's a movie about a man who gets stuck in traffic, and that's like the last domino, or I guess it's the first domino to fall. And he goes on a rampage, basically. He ends up shooting a rocket launcher into the LA sewers. He takes some hostages. He, gets involved in some violence against some other guys who are bad. It's kind of like an anti-hero, but also he's a bad guy situation. But like I'm actually like the flip side right now. I was like annoyed when I was dragging the sled. And then I was annoyed with myself with the thumb injury. And then when Tomo threw up, I thought it was just very funny. And then I dropped my muffin on the floor, and I thought it was hilarious. The more the more small indignities that are happening to me, I think the funnier it is. You're absolutely right. I'm falling up. I might volunteer. After work today, I might volunteer. I'll head down to the soup kitchen. I can ladle with my strong hand. I really feel like you gotta laugh. Like, if we were in planes, trains, and automobiles, there's two kinds of people in the world. There's Steve Martins, and then there's John Candys. I think I would start as a Steve Martin, and by the end, I would be John Candy. Which, by the way, is kind of the arc that happens to Steve Martin in the movie. But anyway, I am becoming one of the Three Stooges. Can I tell you how comical it is? And I don't know if this is men, or it's just me, or people like me. First thought I had when I slammed my thumb into the door hinge was, crap, but not those words. Second thought I had was, well, like fucking 90 years ago, Granddad was out there in the Battle of the Bulge, bullets whizzing over his head, like artillery shells dropping down 50 feet away from him. He's eating like cold beans out of a can or something like that. You think he was complaining? No, he was writing letters back to my grandma with his weak hand, going like, everything's pogged out here, don't worry about me. Legit, my second thought was, hey, at least I'm not like in the shit right now. At least I'm not in Vietnam. At least I'm not beset on all sides by hostile armies. My brother in Christ, the 101st were endlessly bitching about their fight, and they were right to. Yeah, but like, it could always be worse. Like, at least they weren't in the 102nd, right? Well, I feel like most people go, oh, no one has it as hard as me. Like, I wanted a hamburger, but they served me a hamburger patty on sourdough bread. Nobody knows what it's like to be me. There's something, and I don't know if this was given to me by my parents or culture or whatever, but like, when I'm, the greater the suffering that I have, the more I'm like, I deserve this. Thank you for not making it worse. At least I didn't break my thumb, probably. At least I didn't sever it And even if I did sever it, I still got another one, you know? And even if I lost the other one, people make do, right? There's something, I don't know. I don't know if it's, I think it's my mom. My mom, she's a glass half full kind of person for sure. They could just reattach it. Yeah, I think it'd be pretty bad for my Warzone career though. By the way, here's a text from my mom. If you think it's broken and needs to be set, don't leave it too long. It will heal really badly and cause arthritis. Take it from an old person, open parentheses, your dad. Oh man. Haha. Whoops, all caps. Haha. I think it's just gonna hurt like you know what for a while. I can feel, is it what is it that causes pain relief? What's the neurotransmitter? I can feel my body's natural antihistamines flooding my brain right now. I feel good, man. I feel I feel better than I did when I woke up. And I am awake. Whoo! Kicks like a mule with his balls wrapped in duct tape. They're called cytokines. That's why you need to take COX inhibitors. Excuse me, are you trying to ligma me in my fucked up state right now? COX inhibitors? Also, where the hell do you guys live that you just like live in a pharmacy? I said I was gonna take one Tylenol. People were like, no, don't take one Tylenol. Take half a Motrin and then like snort up an Aleve and put it up your asshole. Like how many painkillers do you keep in your house? I have Tylenol and children's Tylenol. That's it. That's all I got, man. I'm a registered nurse? Okay, well, thank you for everything you do for society. Sorry about all the fucked up stuff I said about the medical system, even though much of it was not directed towards the people involved at the front lines, like nurses and doctors and nurse practitioners and even the admin staff. Most of it was just directed towards the system. You could run a normal Twitch stream without thumbs. I'm realizing right now. You don't need thumbs to click on top TikTok videos of the first week of December 2022 and then just like shovel popcorn in your mouth and laugh now and then and go like, we fell down. Bro, no. Dude, don't do it. Oh, you fell. Ah. All right, I gotta get started here. slash marker how am I hitting the I'm hitting the dude. My brain immediately adapted. I've hit my, just without even consciously thinking about it, I was hitting the spacebar with my right index finger. Thank you, brain. Thank you. That's incredible, man. I want you to know that when it comes to like streamers who love the job, I think there's streamers who tolerate it, okay? And I'm not like going Super Saiyan every single day. Some days I'm like, I'm okay to be here. And some days I'm like, I'm having an amazing time. Like this is the meaning of my life. But I am like an hour and 20 minutes into the stream. We just got started doing normal content. But I dragged my daughter to daycare in probably, like not exaggerating, like the biggest blizzard in Vancouver in, I don't know, like the 10 years that I've lived here. At least is one of the top 3. Like almost everything is closed. Walked all the way back and then smashed my thumb in my own back door due to my own hustle. Unfortunately, me being an idiot was like, I'm 30 minutes late, I gotta go fast. Tunk, what an idiot. Thumbnail turned completely white, so I got it all gauzed up here. But yeah, and I'm live. And I don't ask for it too much. Can I get a little easy clap in the chat? Thank you, okay? And it's not like I don't feel like I have to be here. I feel like I want to be here. And this, like, I know you're on YouTube, you're going to be like, oh, it's crazy how this was like the last video he posted before the thumb infection spread to his brain and killed him. But hopefully that's not the case. Look, it's bad, but it's not that bad. Like, I'm okay. I'm not going to go to the hospital for this unless it starts to smell vaguely of almonds. But anyway, I keep doing a little thumb appraisal. It's okay. I can bend it. It hurts a little bit, but not as bad as it did when the stream started. I do think it's conceivable that the nail is going to fall off, but that's okay. What are you going to do? Build a time machine? Don't worry, it won't fall off for a couple weeks. Where are you, Christmas? Why can't I find you? Why have you gone away? I'm gonna freak out my nieces, dude. I'm gonna show up on Christmas Eve. Give me a hug. Ah! And that's why you always leave a note. If you want parity, you would eliminate the salary cap. Yankees fan spotted. Yo, Chiblee, Chiblee! Chiblee, I broke my thumb. Chiblee, hello. I got so many anecdotes. What the hell happened? I slammed it in my back door, being mad that I was already late for stream because I dragged my daughter to daycare in a sled in this blizzard. So I like threw the sled outside so it could defrost and then went clunk. It's not actually broken though. It's just a little bit fucked up. Was it the hinged end or the opening end? It was the fucking hinged end, brother. It's all right. I have to give props to my cerebellum because like even before I felt the pain, I heard the sound and then went like and then looked at my thumb and then there's almost that sober moment where I was like, this is about to hurt. And I was like, that my brain was like, go to the sink and rinse it really quick. And then like while I was going to the sink, I was like, yeah, there it is. Anyway, I'm okay. What an adrenaline rush, though. The pain is right behind me, isn't it? I'm so lucky it was my left hand, man. If my back door opened the other way, phrasing, maybe. But if, no! We lose round one. If my back door opened the other way, I could not use my mouse right now. I could only use my keyboard, man. I don't even know what I'd be doing. I'd be playing like, I Want to Be the Guy or something like that, having a stroke on stream. And not the good kind. Hello, Josh. Josh, I screwed up my thumb, dude. Look at this. I'm a freak. I'm a lover, I'm a child, I'm your brother, I'm a sister, I'm a saint. That is not how that goes. Here we go again with this freaking story. People will literally, I suffered like a grievous physical injury. People will be like, here we go again with all the whining. And then I go check your tweets, and they're like, I walked 15 minutes to Jack in the Box today to get a hard taco. I get there, I open the door, I say I'll have one hard taco, and the lady behind the counter said they're out of hard tacos. This is crazy. You think I can't monitor everything you write about your life online? You're putting it out there for free. No, no. Listen, if you don't want to hear about other people's problems, don't talk to other people. Something tells me they'll be happy to meet you in the middle on that one. -2, -2. You know what? How about you look at this? I'm already -1. -1 of my 2 thumbs. What am I supposed to do with this? Okay, fine. Should I step down as CEO of Northernlion Incorporated? I will abide by the results of this poll. Yes, 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 yes. Sorry, running it again. Too many options. This is like the 8th time I've used that joke, but I really like it. Yo, Dan, thanks for the raid. Dan, a car engine fell on my thumb and shattered it into a million pieces. A car rolled up on the sidewalk and almost hit me while I was taking my daughter to daycare. I rolled tactically out of the way, and then it drove over my thumb. No, I just slammed it in my back door hinge. And it made like a really nasty cracking sound, and then the fingernail turned bright white and then bled a lot. But it's okay. Not the car engine story again. I've never felt more flattered, by the way. All of my friends on planet Earth have joined the stream in like the last 10 minutes, and I just keep getting to show off my thumb to the camera. You haven't showed me once? I promise. You don't want to see it, because you know what? If my thumb got flattened so much, if you wanted to see it, you would need 1D glasses. And they don't even make those yet. So shut up. It's... Look, I'm just workshopping some stuff here, okay? My thumb's so flat, if you want to see it, you better bust out your 1D glasses. I thought that was kind of clever, but not everybody seems to be on the same page there. That's if you wanted to see a dot. Yeah, but if I said 2D glasses, then your ass would be like, I'm already wearing my 2D glasses. And then it would be like, well, then what the hell are, 3D glasses? It doesn't make any damn sense. See this? You're a big nerd. Josh, I slammed my thumb into a bank vault earlier today. You're out here abusing me. You know what? I don't think the next generation is going to make it, Josh. I merely shattered every bone in my thumb. I go live, clearly hands shaking from all the adrenaline in my system, visibly in shock, saying sentences that don't make any sense, dropping my damn muffin on the ground and eating it anyway. You know what they said to me? Go to the hospital. Okay. I guess I'll go to the hospital and have them use like an x-ray or something and tell me if my thumb's okay. Come on, dude. It's Tuesday. Relax. It ain't that serious. Well, there's two sides to every story. I would be like a little pissed if I had to get my thumb amputated. But then the flip side of that is it would make for some great content. Until 6 weeks later when I retired. Would it? Well, I don't know. I would like to think that we would laugh about it afterwards. You would probably laugh about it before I did, but I would get there eventually, maybe. Imagine if I won a BR with one thumb. That's damn true. You just lost to a dude with one thumb. Jerk off! Love your streams. Keep up the great work. Thank you. I don't know if people know this. I recently experienced a grievous physical injury. So hearing stuff like that, especially while I'm on the injured reserve, means a lot to me. And it really helps me go through my rehab and recovery right now. You're being so dramatic? Kate, can you please tell Chad, if anything, I was not being dramatic. I was being relatively restrained. Can I get like some... Like, did I not come up with my hand and say, don't freak out, but I hurt my thumb really bad? And then was my thumbnail not completely white and bleeding a bunch? And like, that's dramatic? I'm starting to understand why the Joker became the Joker, man. Then watch. At like 8:15 p.m. tonight, she's gonna be like, I'm really tired. And I'm gonna have to be like, oh, that's so hard for you. Oh, man, I don't know. I'm just a little exhausted. I slammed my thumb into the door! You're the asshole. Yeah, I know, but it was funny. Please make your thumb the thumbnail for all of the videos from today. Yeah, that would be funny. That would be a funny time. I don't think his nail will come off. I hope you're right, Kate. I would love to keep my thumbnail. I mean, I know how it sounds. People are going to be like, yeah, sure. Kate, people actually think I overestimate when, like, injury or illness and stuff happens to me. Yet, meanwhile, every time I'm like, I have a little sniffle, people are like, it's okay to take a sick day, honey. You need to not talk to get better. And yet, I had diarrhea 12 times in the last 4 hours. They're like, what did you do? Did you consider holding it in? So, like, I don't want this to be bad because I want to get back on the Peloton at 6:30 tomorrow. I hope that I wake up tomorrow and it's just a little sore. But I know you saw it. I think it's a little copium there, but I hope it doesn't take too long to come back to normalcy. He did put his thumb under the water and say, ah. I gotta text my therapist real quick. This is outrageous. We're gonna hear something different on Kate's stream. No, I think she's just S-posting. I don't like to use harsh language like that, but I think she's just S-posting. I think on her stream, she's gonna be like, no, it looked really bad. And then she's gonna light me up because it's completely my own fault. And I want you to know, Kate, that I acknowledged it as well. Like, I told people I was annoyed that I left late. And then as a result of leaving late, I got home late. And that had me feeling unnecessarily like I was in a hurry, which led me to be sloppy and catch my thumb in the door hinge. When I heard my thumb, never did it even cross a synapse that I was like, this wouldn't have happened if I wasn't late this morning. Instead, I was like, I need to slow the hell down. I could have just been live at 9:35 with a completely fine thumb. But you know what's crazy? Is that if I had not fucked up my thumb, I would still be pissed off that I was late. So I would have like finished the stream and been like, oh, I'm in like a bad mood because I was like late for the stream and then I got but because I fucked up my thumb, it like sorted, it reshuffled my brain. And now I'm like happy in a weird way. Like I'm appreciative of what I have after suffering a life-threatening injury like this. I can't believe my wife just hit me with who asked. There was character growth, there was a life lesson, and she dropped a who asked on me. I'm gonna lose it, man. We also talked about, I'm very proud of the falling up bit. That came to me dynamically. How, like, you ever heard of that movie Falling Up? Or Falling... Sorry, I can't remake it. It's done. Basically, I was saying, when bad things happen, a series of bad things happen to people, some people get radicalized and they turn into Michael Douglas from Falling Down. The more bad things that are happening to me, however major or minor they are, I think the better a person I am, the more I appreciate life. I'm excited for the 1D glasses joke tomorrow. I'll workshop it tonight while I'm asleep, and it'll go over just like how do you get the juice out of the corners of the square jugs, which every day I think about because I pour my daughter some chocolate milk, and I'm like, sure, it's not juice, but like they've been putting milk in square jugs forever, and I had no problem getting the juice out of the corners of that. Yeah, we don't do bagged milk here. Nobody cares about the thumb. People are like, wait, did he just say milk carton? I thought he lived in Canada. The chat activity lights up. I'm going to look at my Twitch stream summary. It's going to be like asymptotal. The limit does not exist. Lindsay Lohan, Mean Girls. You go, Glenn Coco. She drives me crazy. Then I talk about my thumb. People hit me with the Tony Snell. Any thumbs updates? I don't think it's going to require hospitalization. Kate, I didn't tell you this yet, but I told chat. My mom sent me a text. If you think it's broken and needs to be set, don't leave it too long. It will heal really badly and cause arthritis. Take it from an old person. Open parentheses, your dad, close parentheses. Big smile emoji. Perfectly crafted text message. Your dad not asked for. I was owning a Super Auto Pets game mid when my door, not asked for, slammed itself on my thumb. I don't understand how they make like doors that just slam your thumb. Would love to know your thoughts on this. If that's not enough, I looked at my phone, I got a damn voicemail. I'm sure it's probably the foreign government trying to get me to give up my social insurance numbers. They asked me to, you owe $75,000 in taxes, and the only way Justin Trudeau will accept it is via iTunes gift card. Here we go again. The government actually called me to tell me my social security number got canceled. Honestly, that's a great time for a phone call because I love to receive great news on the phone. As far as I'm concerned, no social security number. Doesn't that mean no taxes? On the other hand, you lose out on all those incredible benefits that you get from the government. Oh, wait! There aren't any! To begin with, what are they going to be? Oh, excuse me, sir. I see you're using the road right now. I see you're using the sidewalk. Can I see your social security number real quick? Shut up. Yeah, I don't know. I need a catchphrase or something. Go suck a thumb. Ryan looks like Larry David. Again, this is a comment from my wife. I think I might have married Larry David. No joke. My friend and I used to watch Curb Your Enthusiasm together back in university, and we would argue like little kids over who's more like Larry David. And like I was always like, listen, man, like you're a little bit like Larry David, but I'm like a lot like Larry David. And guess what, motherfucker? My ass is Larry David. He's not like a bad guy. He's not that Larried. Were you bald yet? Absolutely. Larry David mixed with Tim Heidecker's stand-up bit. If I was sitting at the opera for like 20 minutes, the lady's going, blah, 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 blah. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. I stood up and I said, shut the frick up! I love whenever Tim Heidecker posts one of those on Twitter and some of the comments are like, wow, so this is what comedy is these days, huh? It's just him being angry, wife equals bad, and then people are like, it's a self-aware bit. And they're like, oh, so that's funny? To just get on stage and say things that aren't funny is funny now? And you're like, I don't think you'd get it. Emojis in your username from Green Bay, Wisconsin. No disrespect. Sorry to say that joke might require a little bit. Sorry, I shouldn't finish that sentence. I was going to say something about media literacy. Anyway. If you're Larry, then I'm Susie. Kate, I don't know if you've ever said anything more right than that. But like people, like they kind of don't get it. Like I need an influence in my life that is like, I'm definitely losing this one. That is like tough love, if that makes sense. Not because like I go off the rails if I don't have structure. Like I'm capable of applying the structure in my own life, as you know, because I'm like, we normally eat dinner at 6:40. It's 6:41. Tick-tock. Like we gotta, my whole day is good. Because then after dinner, we gotta put the dishes in the sink, and then we gotta we gotta get the baby a bath, and then we gotta, by 7:15, and 30 seconds past a minute, we gotta have her in her pajamas. But anyway, I actually, believe it or not, and listen, maybe people are right when they say that the streamer creates the environment that, like, the chat reflects the streamer, because I don't like to be coddled. Like, if I slammed my thumb into the door and my mom was here, I would have to get in, like, an argument. I would have to be like, I don't have to go to the hospital. I know that I love you too, but I don't have to go to the hospital. It's okay. It just hurts, like, a lot. Just let me walk around the kitchen in a circle for 45 minutes, bleed out the adrenaline a little bit, and then, like, I promise. Kate was basically just, she knew I was okay because I was not in tears, although I did think for a second that I might cry a little bit. And then she was like, she just went back to putting up a shelf in the baby's room. Which is not a joke. She bandaged it up, to be clear as well. Yeah, I don't like to be coddled. I feel like I do better in an environment where I'm the person who feels sorriest for myself. The idea that, like, my wife would be, like, checking in, like, every hour and be like, hey, are you okay? Do you have to go to the hospital? I would be like, get out of here. But then the flip side is that I am that person. Like, if Kate stubbed her toe, I would be checking, like, every hour. And I would be like, hey, just checking in on that whole toe situation. So, I don't know, maybe, like, there's something in there, but it's not for you. Again, that's for the therapist. Dude, I'm so pogged up that my thumb is not broken. That's going to be, like, a huge not debuff. That's crazy. It's the adrenaline? It's been, like, 5 hours almost. It's not really a buff to not have a broken thumb, because we're coming from a thumb that was doing good work. You should still get it checked out. I agree if we lived in a world, like if this was the 1950s and you could be like, doctor, I just crushed my thumb. Can you come to my house and give it a look? Then that would be a smart thing to do. In the modern world where um, getting something checked out here means you go to an urgent care before the doors open, because if you're there 5 minutes after they open, they're like, oh, we're at capacity for today. And then you sit in the waiting room for 10 hours anyway. And then they tell you, can you bend it? And then you're like, yeah. And they're like, okay, go to Costco and buy some ibuprofen. Or like, oh, so if it really starts to hurt, you should go to the emergency room. So then you go to the emergency room and then you get triaged down to the bottom of the list, which makes perfect sense. But you end up waiting there for 16 hours. And then the doctor comes in and says, hey, slugger, how you doing? I heard you hurt your thumb. Then they take a look at it for 5 seconds and go, yeah, it doesn't appear to be broken. Why don't you just go home and get some rest? If we lived in the world where, I'm not saying a world where doctors were better. I'm saying a world where there were more doctors. Honestly, I guess is what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. A world where there were more doctors. But unfortunately, we can only allow people who got a 98% in undergrad become doctors. Because if we start letting people that had a 97% become doctors, I mean, you don't even want to know the degradation of society. It would take you 6 months instead of 10 years in order to have a doctor's appointment, and absolutely no degradation of service would apply. But do you want the person who got a 97% on their MCATs to be your doctor? Do you really want someone who's wrong with hyper-specific questions about which enzyme causes this problem 3% of the time, and then goes into general practicing where really you're just telling people to lose 15 pounds every the 95% of the time they come to your office? Anyway, sorry. Anyway, I think Kate's live. I'm going to send you over there. Have a nice rest of your day. I will be live tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to record some Super Auto Pets, and I'll see you next time. Later. It's morbing time. Speaking outrageously, I eat some blood. My name's Dr. Michael Morbius. I practice my craft. Oh, I am not quite morbing. Oh, I am fast in bed. Sorry.